Good morning and welcome to the Fairy Coach Tarot channel. My name is Raquel. Thank you for being here. And today is Tuesday. As every Tuesday we do an interactive tarot looking at love and romance. So we look at the general energies around your love life and those romantic relationships, what the messages from spirit are towards your love life, also what needs to be released, and what you need to focus on. All right. So we have the pink fairy with this lovely deck, the blue fairy, and this deck, and the yellow fairy, and this other deck. So I tried to pick for today three decks that have a little bit of a romantic feel about it, as it was our love tarot. So let me know what you think about these decks in the comments, and please let me know which one you picked. But first, we begin by grounding, centering, and connecting with the breath. So I always advise that you're in a place where you're going to be undisturbed, because when your attention can be mindfully in this video, that's how we connect energetically, and more when you're about to pick your deck. All right. So besides this, if it feels comfortable to you, follow along, plant your feet flat on the ground, right? Sit comfortably, roll the shoulders back a couple of times, move the neck gently from side to side, front to back. All right. And now imagine for a second that there are roots growing from the sole of your feet straight into the middle of the earth. Remember, the earth is our home and keeps us our energy safe, right? So try to release through the bottom of your feet, through those roots, any excess tension and dense energy that you feel you're carrying. All right. Now put both palms of your hands in the middle of your chest, right above the heart chakra, and vibrate with the energy of love. And let's all infuse this video with love and protection as we read messages from Spirit. All right, now let's take a deep inhale in through the nose together. Hold for a second or two and gently exhale, elongating that exhale. All right, now intuitively pick the deck or the fairy that calls you, that you feel attracted to. Ready? All right, let's begin with the pink fairy. If you need more time, you can always pause the video. Whoops. Let's put these cards over here and move this deck that's a bit heavy, but it's beautiful. All right, here we go with the pink fairy. Very well. Let's begin with this lovely deck. It is quite wide. It is very beautiful, and it is called the Lover's Path Tarot. All right, let's set the intention. All right, and tell the cards and spirit what it is that we want. Please, we would like guidance, insight, advice, and messages for our love life and romantic relationships. And a prayer of protection always when we talk with Spirit. We ask in love, in light, for our highest good. And so it is. All right. We have the main message at this time. And what to release. What to release. All right. Main guidance, what to release. And what to focus on. What to focus on. And we have one card for each. So very straightforward. All right. The main guidance. Who answers our called the King of Coins in this deck, that it is the King of Pentacles. All right, so we have the energy of a king, right? A king, it is that masculine divine energy, right? Coins or pentacles, it is the earth element, right? So we have the masculine energy that would be more towards practicality, logic, more of clear thinking, excuse me, and not too emotional, not that more feminine energy that's more intuitive, nurturing. No, these kings tend to be more practical. It is a type of mature energy, but it is practical, logic, right? And then we have the earth element, that it is pentacles, that it is that physical aspect of life, right? So the things that matter in this physical plane. So let's say finances, home, car, those things that make our our physical life, or that are part of our physical existence in this planet. All right. So the King of Pentacles, when he has to give you advice right now, and we have here, it is Zeus, right? So is this king that, as I said, is very practical, very logic, but also very grounded, right? And gets things done. And so we are having a love or romance reading. So, what would be the advice of this king towards your love life? So, this king would tell you to approach your relationship or your love life right now with a very grounded and practical way, right? So this king is not all about having emotional conversations, and is not the king of romance or passion, right? This is the king of saying, what are the things that need to be taken care of? Let's get them done, right? So if, for example, right now, you are planning a vacation. He's your king for that. He's very practical. He will plan the perfect vacation. He will have everything organized, right? He's the king that makes sure the bills get paid and the house, the things of the house get taken care of. So, right now, he's asking you to approach your love life in the same way, right? So, more than only giving you this grounded advice, this king, what he's asking mostly is not to be too emotional, or to be not to be too emotional. It's not about being emotional, passionate, or intellectual like the other kings. This is the king of practicality, of stability, right? And if we read it as an energy forecast, it says the energy around your love life asks for that stability, for that groundedness, right? So try to achieve that with your partner by not becoming too emotional, because when we have too much of emotional conversations, what it could mean, even though they are important, so I'm not dismissing them, but it could make things harder at this time. If we have a lot of passion, although fun and always welcome, but be careful not to base the relationship right now on the passion alone, or right, or those emotional conversations. It's about creating more of a stability, more groundedness towards the relationship, and be more practical about it, right? This king would ask you certain questions too, besides, where is your relationship going? Is, what do you want out of this relationship? Is this the relationship that you feel is giving you stability as you go forward in your life? So, this is the kind of king that would ask you these questions. Think of this king as a very practical, level headed, father, right? So the same questions a father would ask you is, where is this relationship headed? Is this relationship has the good foundation of where it's going? What's the other person bringing into your life? So very practical, very grounded, right? Now, if you do not have a relationship and you want to get into a relationship right now, this king is telling you the same things. Right now, your advice right now towards the energies that are there is to create a stability, groundedness, a good path moving forward, making sure that the relationship you either you're getting into or you're attracted to is a relationship that creates a stability as you advance in life, as that it goes with you. So not basing a relationship on emotions and passion. All right. Now, what to release and who answers our call? It is the three of coins. And look at this. You getting that of the two cards, two are coins, two are pentacles, right? That earth element. So here we have the number three, the number of growth, right? That the growth and coins, again, the earth element, that practicality, that the physical aspects, right? And the resources. So what to release right now? So these three of coins gives you the advice that it is a time for growth. So release anything that is not helping the relationship or your love life grow and advance, right? So when these three of coins appears in a reading is all about trying to collaborate with others on helping something grow. Now, because we're looking at love and romance, it would be what it would ask you, what are the things that would help your relationship grow? And not only this, but the most important question I feel here would be, what are the things that would not help your relationship grow? So right now, the first part is this relationship stable enough, or is this relationship um, the one that offers that stability moving forward, right? And what do you want from this relationship as it moves forward? But the second question is, if the goal here is to grow, either for you to grow or for the relationship to grow, what things are not helping us grow, right? So you have both earth elements. It is a very practical, and he's telling you it's like the earth element. It's very grounded. It is not a reading about passion or two emotions. It doesn't also give an energy of like something's wrong. No, it just asks you to focus on things that are more practical and more level headed as you move forward. Now, talking about focus, what should you focus on at this time? Wow, you can't make this up. This is one of the reasons why I love tarot as this way of getting messages and signs and spirit giving us advice. Look at this. It's Major Arcana 4, right? That here they have him as Arthur, and it says power. But 4 is the Emperor. So Major Arcana, Major Advice. So what is the Major Arcana 4 in the tarot? So it's the card of stability. Again, we do have, this is the divine masculine energy, right? So it's again about a structure, stability, being practical. So you have the king as the main advice, and then to focus on, you have the emperor, right? And here to release, you have these three of coins. So putting it all together, right now, Spirit wants you to create a stability and structure, right? Not only towards your love life, but towards your life. And it's asking, is the relationship that you are in helping you create a stability and structure for you to advance and grow in life, right? If not, what would it take for this relationship to grow and release everything else? or what is not helping this relationship or your stability to grow. So again, focus on creating a good, solid structure and stability for you to move forward. So make sure that the practical aspects of your life are being tended to, right? And then making sure that this relationship that you are in is helping with that, right? And this is what the king and the emperor say. So if you are in a relationship that it's like a roller coaster ride, right? It's very passionate, but it's very tumultuous. There is a lot of arguments. That's draining your energy. That's not helping you create a stability and structure, right? Now, if you've been in a partnership or a marriage for a long time, right? And it's going well, but you feel like, well, we are not advancing, then what is not helping your relationship to grow and advance more? And how can you focus on creating this same stability or keeping this same stability moving forward? All right. So, uh, all about stability, structure, and security, not only towards your relationship, but towards your life, and asking if this relationship or what you're looking for is adding to this. All right, I hope you enjoyed your reading. Give a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and share this video as somebody may need to hear it, and it helps me. So thank you very much. And remember, this is a general reading for the collective. Take what resonates, let go of the rest, all right? But if you made it here, is for a purpose. So there may be a message that you need to apply to your relationship or to your love life, either now or in the coming days. All right, let's look now at the Blue Fairy. Not before I tell you that I also offer those private online sessions. So go to the link that I'm going to leave in the description to get or to book a private online session with me or get a pre-recorded reading sent directly to you. All right, here we go with the Blue Fairy for those of you who picked this one. All right, for those of you who picked the Blue Fairy. All right, this is a newer deck that it is very beautiful. It has a lovely finish, as you can see, and the images are kind of romantic. That's why I picked it for this reading. And it is called, just to give you the names of the decks, the Moon Shadow Floral Bow. So the Moon Shadow Floral Tarot. All right, let's set the intention and tell Spirit what it is that we want. Please give us guidance, advice, and insight into our love life and romantic relationships. What to release and what to focus on. And we ask in love, in light, for our highest good. And so it is. All right. The main advice. All right. So we got two cards. We honor every card that wants to come out. So two cards as the main advice. Now, what to release? Oh, again, two cards. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. All right. And now, what to focus on? Ooh, one jumped. All right. So the ones that jump like this, we need to definitely take in consideration. All right. So who answers our call? It is the Three of Cups and the King of Wands. So the Three of Cups answers the call. The King of Wands, excuse me, is the supportive card. So here we have the energy of the three that is growth, and cups. We have emotions, that water element, that intuition, right? And the King, as I said, is the masculine energy. But here we have Wands. We have that fire energy, right? All right, that fire element. All right, so what do these cards tell us right now, and what advice do they bring for our love life? So the Three of Cups, as I said, it is growth, but it is emotions. It is the more intimate feel and love, right? So if we have to read the energies around your love life, it is that things are growing, right? If you are in a relationship, there are feelings that are growing between the two of you, right? And if you are looking for a relationship, the energies say things are growing towards you finding that partner that you want. Now, this is an energy forecast. Remember that the future is fluid and you always have a say. You always create and manifest as with the choices and the free will that you have. Now, the Three of Cups, the advice that it gives you is right now to do more things to strengthen that bond and grow that bond between you and your partner. So the energies are around for that. But it is asking, what can you do to strengthen the bond? Because right now there is an energy of growth. So we need to focus on things that help it grow. And before we had on the other deck that we were looking, we had pentacles, right? And pentacles is a practical, more of a practical element. Here we have cups, right? The suit of cups, that it is that water element. So growing, when I tell you growing, it is creating that emotional bond that is stronger. So doing things together, talking, right? Talking a lot and talking about emotions, talking about those things that will help you bond with that person. If you are looking for a relationship right now, well, the energies are there. But make sure when you start getting to know somebody or you're beginning to talk to them, so to create or help create that emotional bond between the two of you, so the relationship grows on an emotional base, right? Now, the King of Wands is this masculine energy, and Wands is very passionate, right? So, how is this King supporting the message of the Three of Cups? So, the King is letting you know that in order to grow, you need passion as well, right? And we can interpret passion in different ways. So, there is the intimate passion between a couple, but also being passionate about the relationship and being passionate towards where you're going. So, the main guidance here is to create an emotional bond, doing things together, having conversations, right? And also to add passion, intimate passion, and passion into the relationship. Remember, it is once, it is like a magic wand that you have in your hand, but it is fire, right? And that fire element is that intention, that fire in the belly, like I call it, right? So make sure you add passion to your love life right now, right? And passion, not only intimate, but towards where the relationship is going, and to be excited about one another, not to only be passive and only emotional. Yes, you need the emotional rapport so the relationship grows the right way, and then the passion. Now, what about towards what to release, and who answers our call? The Wheel of Fortune, Major Arcana, Major Advice, and the Lovers. Wow, Major Arcana, Major Advice. So we have two Major Arcana. Wow, wow, wow. And what cards we get? Very interesting cards. So remember, we are in the release position, right? What to let go of, what to release of. And the Wheel of Fortune is the card of change, right? And but here she's in the release position, right? And the Wheel of Fortune is saying, all right, there are things that need to be changed, right? There are some changes that need to happen right now. So release the trying to have too much control for the things to remain the same. Let go, let the relationship and the energies flow. Do not try to control or stop change from happening. There is change, and change needs to be there, right? Allow these changes. The wheel of fortune is good. So release trying to create control, right? Trying to stop things from changing, trying to do things the same way. Allow things to flow and change with this energy while you grow towards creating that rapport, that emotional growth, adding passion, right? And how does the lovers add to this message? All right, so the lovers is not only the card of love, yes, and it could also be relationships, but it's also the card of vibrating with the energy of love and making choices that align with that energy, right? So it adds to this card that says, do not try to control, allow changes to unfold, right? And also make sure that you're vibrating with love, right? And sometimes people can hold on to things or not want change because they are afraid to lose the other person. And understand that right now, if you create a good emotional bond between the two of you, a bond that helps the relationship grow with love, with passion, allowing the flow of change, right? The relationship can only get stronger. Even if there are changes, the changes will only make the relationship stronger, right? So, whatever it is, the changes that come, embrace them, right? And align with love. Even if something, if there is a change that comes and you are fearing that it will tear up your relationship, or it's a change that you feel is not good for you, align with that energy of love. Is it good also for the other person? That's what loving someone is. It's not only wanting what's good for you, but what's good for the other person. All right. So allow the energies of change to let things happen naturally. Do not control. All right. And then what to focus on. And you have the Page of Wands. All right. So the Page of Wands here, it is that youth energy, right? That energy also of growth in a way, because it's a young energy that is going towards more. And it is Wands, so we still have that fire element, right? So is that the magic one? So the Page of Wands is advising right now, the spirit of this card. Right now, focus on the growth of this relationship, as the main advice says, right? With passion, as the main advice say, right? And making sure that you are directing your intention towards this growth, right? So aligning with this growth by what are these things that can help us grow together emotionally more, and creating moments of doing things that are passionate, not only intimate, but doing also things that are exciting in life, going out together, you know, spending time fighting and finding the excitement and the passion in life and for the relationship, right? While you keep having conversations and things that grow emotionally, right? So it's all about emotion and passion and growth, right? And not controlling where the relationship is going. So, the main guidance here, as I said, grow emotionally with the person you're with, right? And add passion towards the person, passion towards the relationship, but passion for life, doing things together, enjoying life and not being fearful of what can go wrong. Flow with it, release the control, right? Make choices in alignment with love and keep growing, right? Don't think that because it's going well right now or what it is. Remember, we are here to grow individually and as a couple. All right. So, and if you're not in a relationship, good energies also of growth towards finding a person that aligns with what you want. Now, make sure that you bond in an emotional way with that person. Don't make it superficial. Passion for life and for the relationship needs to be there. Do not control. Again, flow with the energy. Make those choices aligned with love and be intentional as you grow. Be very intentional. Think of that magic wand in your hand. Be intentional with the next steps you take and focus on growing the relationship with intentionality, passion, and love, right? And emotions. All right, I hope you enjoyed your reading. Give a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and share this video. And remember, general reading for the collective. So take what resonates. If it's the entire reading, if it's part, it needs to resonate with you. And if you want us just to dig in more into your particular situation, you can reach out and ask about my private sessions, right? Or go to my website to read more and book a private session with me or get a pre-recorded reading sent directly to you. There is something for every budget and different formats that you may prefer. All right, now let's look at the last deck, that yellow fairy, for those of you who picked that one. All right, so we have the yellow fairy. All right. And this is the romantic tarot. So you'll see that the images are also very romantic, very in theme with this video. And let's move the cards a little bit, give it a little knock, and set the intention. Please give us guidance, insight, and advice for our love life and romantic relationships. What to release, what to focus on, and we ask in love, in light, for our highest good. And so it is. Let's see. Ooh. Oh, wow, 4 cards. So I honor any card that wants to come out. If you watch my videos, you know that I do not intend for just one card to come out. I honor the ones that want to come out and we read them because as a tarot reader, it's about reading the cards and the messages they bring. All right, what to release? All right, and to release 2 cards. What to focus on? And 2 cards again. All right, it seems that this deck has a lot to say. Oops, sorry, I moved the camera for a second. All right, let's get them in order, as this makes it a little bit harder to get, and then we'll move towards the other ones and try to fit them all on camera. So who answers our call? And it begins with the Queen of Cups. All right, so we have this Queen of Cups. Supporting messages are, all right, the 5 of Pentacles. And we have, all right, we have the Strength card, Major Arcana, Major Advice, and lastly, we have the Ace of Cups. Beautiful. All right, let's read these together. All right, because it's a lot of cards. So we begin with cups, we end with cups. So the Queen of Cups, we have that feminine energy. Cups, she's full, she's a very emotional queen, emotional in a good way, right? She's in touch with her emotions. She's very intuitive. She's very loving, right? And very caring. So this queen is telling us that the energies around your relationship right now or your love life are asking for you to act that same way. It is all about being caring, being loving, right? And also in being intuitive. So that intuition of what does the relationship need, what do we need as a couple, what's going on, right? But it is a very positive energy that's beginning your reading, because this queen is very nurturing as well. So trying to nurture your relationship, trying to nurture the other person, show affection, be loving, right? She's a queen that she's not about arguing, or she's not passionate or practical. She's just loving and nurturing and kind, right? And she adds this as a message for you to put this towards your love life, even if you're not in a relationship. But this queen is not only about loving and caring towards the other person, is practicing that towards yourself, knowing that in order to love others, not in order, but loving yourself will help your relationship, because then you take care of yourself. And this is interesting. The other day I was reading an article of a study that when you respect yourself, right? Respecting yourself, loving yourself, and taking care of yourself, the person that you are with will also start treating you with the same respect you treat yourself. So that's very important, right? So even when you have to say no, you can say it kindly, gently, softly, but you put your boundaries, you care for yourself, and you care for the other person and for the relationship. So this is what the main message of the Queen is. Now we have the Five of Pentacles supporting this message. And the Five of Pentacles can be that card of a lack mindset, right? And what the Five of Pentacles says is, you know, do not focus on what the relationship is not, or what the relationship doesn't have, or what the other person doesn't have, or what you don't have, right? So here we have the Queen saying, be loving, be kind, be loving towards yourself, towards the other person, towards the relationship, nurture it, right? Listen to that intuition of what it needs, but stop focusing on what the other person is not, or what you are not, or what the relationship. So nothing that it is focused on lack right now, right? And the Strength card, that it is also a card not only about inner strength, but about self control, right? And the only thing the Strength card, as the position it is in, and adding to this, is control the urges to go into this negativity, right? Make sure you're practicing emotional regulation, you're taking care of yourself, and you are not always asking for the other person, oh, why is this not like this, or you are not this, or even focusing yourself, right? It says, have that self control to remember what it is that you want out of this relationship, and being nurturing and loving towards it. Now, a little thing I want to put here, because this is a general reading for the collective. If you are in a relationship right now that it is unhealthy or has toxic traits, that doesn't mean self control. Only think about the positive and nurture it, right? Because here mostly is also about yourself. So this Queen, as loving and as nurturing as she is towards others, is loving and nurturing to herself. So make sure that you're giving yourself that love, that respect, that self care, that compassion to yourself as well. So if the relationship you are in with, is toxic or unhealthy, that self control that the Strength card is asking here could very possibly be of have that strength, that resilience to move away from something that's not good for you. All right. So it's not focusing on the lack or what's not working, right? But also focusing or looking at solutions. So, this, no matter if you're in a healthy relationship or not, it's not about the problem anymore. The problem is there could be 1,000 reasons why it is. There could be psychological reasons, trauma reasons, whatever for a person acting the way they are. But at the end of the day, we could also add them as excuses. So understanding another person, that another person has gone through trauma, that things are wrong, is not ever an excuse to treat someone else poorly, right? So remember to be nurturing, to be kind, to be dignified and loving to yourself first. All right. But also, if you are in a relationship that is healthy or is just going through a little bump, remember to add that loving care here. And that's this inner strength, remembering your inner strength. Remember that self control. That means like learning how to be emotionally regulated and calm. As when we are calmer, clarity comes our way. Intuition speaks louder than ever, and spirit's messages are very clear then. All right. And then the Ace of Cups adds to all of this that by following all of this, right, by remembering solutions, not problems, creating that inner resilience and self control, being loving and kind and dignified to yourself, there is a new love that comes out of all of this. And it could be a new love that enters your life, or even that your current relationship goes to more, or even if we were talking about toxic relationships or things that do not work, that you end up finding the greatest love of all in yourself and then later on attracting the right person. All right. Now, what about what to release? And we have, wow, Judgment card, Major Arcana, Major Advice. And we have here the Six of Wands. All right. So the Judgment card is a card that helps us look into the past, right? Learn lessons from the past as we begin closing a cycle. And the Judgment card here is exactly telling you this, right? Release the past and things that maybe have been said, have been done, or things that are weighing heavily on your heart. It is time to release them, learn the lessons from them, but close that cycle, right? And move towards something that is better, healthier, and more aligned with your future. This is what the Six of Wands, that it is such a success card, is telling us, right? So, right now, if you're in a relationship, if it's healthy or unhealthy, if you're not in a relationship, this is the message so far. Focus on being loving and kind to yourself and to others, right? Do not think of problems, think of solutions. Practice a lot of self regulation, emotional regulation, self control, right? Not allowing your lack mindset to spiral you down, right? And remembering all of these leads to a new love. It's important to release the past, learning the lessons, but releasing it, because a cycle may be coming to an end, and moving forward to the things that you actually want, to the things that are healthy and good for you. And now let's look at what to focus on. And we have answering the call, the Nine of Pentacles. And look at this, the Hermit, Major Arcana, Major Advice. All right, so two nines. And this is important because nines are important. Nines are the card of success, of almost being there, right? Because the 10s close a cycle, it is the culmination. So the 9 is almost there. And so we have two nines, the 9 of Pentacles, accompanied by the Hermit card, right? And it's about what to focus on right now. So focus on the goal of what you want for your relationship or for your love life, right? Focus on that goal, focus on creating the right environment for what it is that you want. Is it marriage that you want? Is it calm and steady relationship? Is it to grow in the relationship? What is it that you want? Identify that goal very well. And that's what you need to focus on, that success of your goal, right? And the hermit is saying, go within yourself right now and go within to ask yourself a lot of questions, right? So, what do you want out of this relationship? Or are you in a relationship and you want to get out of it? What is it that you want right now, right? What is your goal, right? If you're watching this video, what is it that you wanted guidance on? So, what is that you want? And then what can you do to help you get closer to that, right? What can you do or stop doing more? So ask yourself, the hermit says, create a lot of awareness towards what it is that you want right now. This is the first thing to focus on, all right? So, with all of this together, remember, let go of the past, just learn the lesson and move towards the success and the things you want, because you need to focus on what it is that you want right now. It is the earth element, it is things that are going to come to life that you're going to manifest. So, a lot of self awareness. Ask yourself a lot of questions. Make sure this relationship is healthy and good for you. Be kind, be dignified, be compassionate, be loving, but first with you as well. So do not leave yourself behind. Do not focus on the problems, just the solutions. And knowing that with emotional regulation and your inner strength, you will get more clarity and something new is in the air for you. All right, I hope you enjoyed your reading. Give a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and share this message. And remember, general reading for the collective. Take what resonates, let go of the rest. Do not force anything. All right, and if you want us to look at your particular situation, I offer online sessions that can be done from anywhere in the world, and they can be done either by video call, phone call, or even chat. And we have three different offerings for that. I have the 15-minute quick check-in, the 30-minute sweet spot session, and the in-depth session at 1 hour. All right. And if you do not want a live session, I also offer pre-recorded readings that can be done either that's a video in video format or audio format. And it's a link that gets sent into your email and you can download and watch it or listen to the reading over and over. All right. So you have different offerings. Reach out if you have questions or go directly to my website. The link will be in the description, or my Gumroad storefront. And remember to subscribe and get those notifications. We have daily shorts as well as on Sundays, we look at the energy forecast for the week. On Mondays, we look at work and tarot. Tuesdays, today, we look at love and romance. Tomorrow, we're going to look at oracle messages. So we do a pick a pile of oracle messages. And then Thursday, we look at chakras and energy, and Fridays, we look at those weekend messages. So you have something for almost every day of the week. And please leave in the comments below what deck did you pick. I love hearing from you. And again, I'll see you tomorrow with those oracle messages. You have a fantastic rest of your day. Please be gentle and kind to yourself. And thank you, thank you, thank you for watching. Brightest blessings.